to Biko on the GBV cases in Kajiado County. Mr. Speaker, it is imperative that all of us should be concerned about GBV cases. When you find that for the last 3 months, 7 women have been raped in Magadi, it is something which you should be worried about. And to make matters worse, yesterday, one of the rapists who was arrested by the police was actually released on bail by the courts. So it is now upon us in Parliament to try and figure out how we are going to address this issue of GBV. We may need to relook at the law. We know that everyone has a right to bail, even murder cases. But I think now, Senior Councillor Ojienda and Senior Councillor Mogeni, we need to start thinking about how to address such issues. Because in other countries, people are even held without trial. This thing is something which is affecting our own children, affecting our own mothers. It is imperative that we do this by the Security Committee. I heard Senator Ojienda making comments and say the Security Committee should go there and resolve this matter. This is a matter that needs us to look at the boundary and to see which land belongs to the Kuria, which land belongs to the Maasais of Kilgoris. Because I would not sit here and expect that the Security Committee will go into that area and force away my people. You know, our people have been crying. The whole border of Kilgoris constituency, going all the way to Migori, you know, has got serious issues, Mr. Speaker. On this side of the Syria community, on the Kuria side, and the other side of the Uasin Gishu community, with the Luo side, it's a problem. So I think it's about time that we deal with these issues. There's been a lot of cattle raiding back and forth. The Kuria raiding our people raiding the Kuria. This is something which has been going on historically. And also, sometimes it happens because of our lifestyle. So I think it's a matter that we cannot strictly limit to 3 issues raised by my colleague. How many people have been compensated? It's not only about compensation. Because if you compensate this one today, what about tomorrow? It is about making sure that the boundary is very clear. The land that belongs to the Maasai remains the land that belongs to the Maasai. The land that belongs to the Kuria, it remains the land that belongs to the Kuria. Mr. Speaker, one other fact that is not even out here is that along that border, there is land which is no man's land, which now there is a camp. And I'm sure there is somebody very senior in this country who Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for adding
just 1 minute, kindly, you know, as I...
Let me summarize and put it this way. We have a lot of challenges in that area. There is no man's land. Land which is around maybe 3,000 acres along the Kuria-Narok border. And that one of the things that I am very happy with Senator Eddie, because we've done a lot of work together in the community. And now we're making it known that when the Security Committee goes there, when it is not only going to say compensate, what are you compensating people for? Solve the problem once and for all, so that the Kuria people can farm in their part of the land, the Maasai people can graze on the part of their land, and we solve this problem once and for all. And that no man's land, we need to be able to know which part belongs to Kenya, which part belongs to Tanzania. It's that simple. It's a boundary dispute. We've had the same boundary issues between the Uasin Gishu and the Syria Maasais. You know, and that one, they just fight over a small section. That, so far, has been resolved, to my knowledge. But the part which has not been resolved is the Kuria Maasai dispute. So we cannot trivialize these matters, or we cannot say, let's just compensate them. Let's go there, solve the problem once and for all. Put a boundary. And then once we do that, we also revisit these land laws, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, right now, my people, the Maasais, are selling their land at 20,000. And then the people who are buying it, are selling it again at 150 or a million shillings an acre. That is causing problems, because once those people have sold that land and they have no land, they go back where there is a dispute and they cause problems. So we need to deal with issues, to change the laws, with zone laws, such that an area, you cannot sell any land, you can only lease. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Seki.